Teshtilik, welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly edition of Tibettv, bringing you information on His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Tibet and the Central Tibetan Administration. Today's headlines. Tibet's Panchen Lama turns 37 and still remains missing. Department of Security hosts the first ever Tibetan freedom fighters conclave, honors veterans. Office of Tibet Brussels lobbies European Union lawmakers and governments to counter People's Republic of China's so-called ethnic unity law. Weekly Lookout, Year of Compassion. Tibet's 11th Panchen Lama, 𝑗𝒉𝒂 𝒉𝒊𝒔 popularly known as 𝒉𝒂 turned 37 last Saturday. Tibetans, Buddhists and friends of Tibet around the world, as every year, observed this year's His Serenity's 37th birthday in absentia while renewing the call for action, the call for Chinese Communist Party to disclose information about the Panchen Lama and to immediately release His Serenity. Tashilhunpo Monastery in 𝑻𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕, South India celebrated the 11th Panchen Lama's birthday in the presence of the exiled Tibetan leadership. The Tibetan Supreme Justice Commissioner 𝑻𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕, the Speaker of the Tibetan Parliament in exile Khenpo Sonam Temple, and the Sikyong of the Central Tibetan Administration graced the gathering. Tashilhunpo Monastery in Tibet is the seat of the Panchen Lamas. The day was marked with a mix of emotions among the Tibetans and Buddhists around the world, with a hope, prayers, and a deep sense of worry for the Panchen Lama's well-being and whereabout. The Tibetan communities in Switzerland, Australia, and London held prayer sessions and awareness talks on Panchen Lama's life and the immense legacy of the 10th Panchen Lama in safeguarding Tibetan language and culture in the face of extreme oppression under the Chinese Communist Party's occupation of Tibet. In Dharamshala, the Department of Information and International Relations hosted a comprehensive pictorial exhibition at the 𝑻𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕 School. The Department of Security Central Tibetan Administration honored the Tibetan freedom fighters with an audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama early this week and felicitated them with the Tibet Medal for their lifelong dedication and service in the ongoing course of Tibetan freedom struggle. The two-day conclave of Tibetan freedom fighters held last weekend in Dharamshala brought together a total of 89 former Tibetan army personnel of independent Tibet, Tibetan resistance fighters, members of the Lobbies, representatives of retired Thanglop community, former political prisoners and former security personnel of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's residence. The participants' age ranged between 27 and 96. Officiating Sikyong Thallam Doma Changra, the Kalun of the Department of Education, the Security Kalun Doma Gyari, presided the conclave along with special invitees 𝒉𝒃𝒆𝒕 and Tenzin Sonam and the senior dignitaries of the Central Tibetan Administration. Following the passage of China's so-called Law on Ethnic Unity on 12 March 2026, the Office of Tibet Brussels engaged in an intensive advocacy to alert lawmakers and governments to the so-called law's far-reaching implications, including its unprecedented transnational reach. Representative Rinzin Gekang and EU Advocacy Officer Tenzin Phuntsog held series of briefings in Brussels to challenge the legalized erasure of Tibetan civilization. A significant focus of these briefings has been the so-called law's mandate to prioritize Mandarin in all spheres of education and public life. This move is viewed as a final blow to the linguistic diversity, effectively marginalizing the already marginalized Tibetan language by criminalizing private and cultural institutions under the guise of the so-called national unity. As part of the Year of Compassion celebration, the Tibetan community of Amherst, Massachusetts, organized an event that featured a lecture and a book talk by Geshe Thubten Jimpa on why compassion matters in challenging times. Students, scholars, and community members attended the event and reflected on compassion as a guiding principle in addressing today's global challenges. That is all for this week's episode of Tibet This Week. See you in the next episode. Have a good weekend.